What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. This is the first week of August. Lots of interesting TV premieres are, of course, premiering this month. So here are the list of the new TV premieres, whether it's TV shows or even TV movies or whatnot, premiering in the month of August. All right, premiering tomorrow on August 3rd, which is a Monday. It's QB's new series, The Fugitive. Now, this stars Boyd Holbrook as his character named Mike Ferriero, who's this innocent man on the run, and he's desperate to clear his name, but he ends up being pursued by this detective named Clay Bryce, played by Kiefer Sutherland, who's of course coming back to the police world since playing Jack Bauer. This looks pretty cool. I mean, I wonder how short are these QB shows, because Kevin Hart, John Travolta's series titled Die Hard, I literally finished that in just one day, and that was like one of the shortest series I've ever seen. So, I gotta check out more QB shows, see how short these shows are, because holy cow, talk about quick binge. I mean, if you guys are in a rush and you won't just watch something, I'd say just watch QB shows, because those things, you can just finish those in just a flat. But anyway, this actually looks pretty decent. I mean, the Harrison Ford one is a 90s classic. And it is, of course, I know there's going to be people complaining, saying, oh, why are you remaking the Harrison Ford film? Let me just say this right now. The Harrison Ford one is a remake of a TV show, so take that for granted. But anyway, the Fugitive looks pretty decent, so I'll give it a shot. Alright, premiering on Wednesday, August 5th, we got Season 32 of Big Brother. Boy, Big Brother's been on the air for like 32 seasons, Jesus. But I don't really watch Big Brother, so I mean, it's not really a show for me, so yeah, but jeez, between Big Brother and Survivor, these reality shows on CBS has been around for like forever. But anyway, Wednesday, August 5th, we got season 9 of Catfish, which this is actually going to be a very different Catfish season, because I guess they shot this thing during during the pandemic. So they're actually shooting this thing like virtually, so it's a virtually Catfish. So it's gonna feel weird seeing Neve and his co-host not actually going to like an airplane to actually visit these people. Instead, they're gonna visit them mainly on Zoom, Skype, wherever they're gonna visit them on. But it's actually pretty interesting. So I'll check out this new season of Catfish. Catfish has been a hit and miss lately, but I'll definitely give this new season a shot. Alright, Thursday, August 9th, we got this new HBO Max film titled American Pickle. Now, here's what this is about. It stars Seth Rogen, who portrays this immigrant worker who falls into a vat of pickles and is brined for 100 years. The brine preserves him perfectly, and when he emerges in present-day Brooklyn, he finds that he hasn't aged a day. And he ends up, encountering his great-great-grandson, also played by Rogen. So we got, double Seth Rogens in this film. It looks hilarious. I mean, this was supposed to be a theater release, but I guess HBO Max decided just to scoop it up. We got double Seth Rogens in this, so I guess double the weed, I'm guessing. But yeah, Seth Rogen is always awesome, and this actually looks more like. When you think of Seth Rogen, you automatically think of straight-up comedies like Pineapple Express, Knocked Up. This actually feels like it has more heart than most Seth Rogen films do. So, I'll probably give this one a shot. Alright, on Thursday, August 6th, on CBS All Access, we got the Star Trek anime series titled Star Trek Lower Decks. Now, here's what this is about. The support crew serving on one of Starfleet's Lee's partner ships, the USS Cerritos, have to keep up with their duties, often while the ship is being rocked by a multitude of sci-fi anomalies. Now, this actually seems more like an anime version of the Orville for some reason. I'm getting a bit of an Orville vibe from this, but it actually looks pretty decent. I mean, I know there's lots of people who thought the trailer looked horrible and all that. I'm one of the rare folks who did not mind the trailer. I've always been more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan, to be honest here, but this actually looks pretty decent. I'll definitely give this one to watch. I mean, I'm also one of the few folks who don't really care much for Discovery. I know there's lots of people who like Discovery, and that's cool, but I really couldn't get into the show at all. Picard is actually pretty good, so Looks like CBS All Access is the home for Star Trek content, I'm guessing. Alright. Premiering on Friday, August 7th, we got this Amazon film titled Boys in the Wood. Now, here's what this is about. Set deep in the Scottish Highlands, Boys in the Wood is a anarchic cocktail of generational politics, hip-hop, loving farmers, and rabbishites. So, this looks pretty weird, but hey, I'm interested to check this one out. It has a bit of an Edgar Wright feel to it. I don't know why, I'm getting a bit of an Edgar Wright feel, but it looks pretty fun. I do love me a good horror comedy. It looks dumb, yeah, but I'll definitely give this one a shot because it sounds something that could be pretty decent. Alright, premiering on Disney Plus on August 7th, we got this documentary titled Howard. Now, this is a documentary about Howard Ashman, who's of course who's done music for Disney films like he's done the music for Part of Your World from Little Mermaid, Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, Under the Sea. I mean, he's created some of the most iconic Disney songs ever, and tragically he passed away in 1991 due to complications of AIDS. But this guy has done some really iconic music, and this is an interesting doc for Disney Plus. I mean, Disney Plus they've been hit and miss lately. I mean, Artemis Fowl's a mess. They've been a hit when it comes to The Mandalorian, the High School Musical show. They got some other stuff I'm actually looking forward to check out. This Howard documentary looks intriguing, so I'll give this one a watch. I mean, of course, Disney Plus just also had that Beyonce album thing called Black is King, which I saw, and I'll do my review for that here in a bit. But, yeah, this looks pretty intriguing. Alright, premiering on Sunday, August 9th, we got this Showtime series titled We Hunt Together. Now, here's what this is about. A gripping twist on the classical cat and mouse story, this British drama series explores the intoxication of sexual attraction and the dangerous power of emotional manipulation as two conflicted detectives track down a pair of deadly killers. So Showtime is back to doing a show about serial killers. Of course, they had Dexter, years ago. This actually looks intriguing. I mean, I do like a good cat and mouse series, a good murder mystery series. This looks pretty intriguing, so I'll give this one a watch. Alright, premiering Friday, August 14th, we got this on Netflix. We got this series titled Teenage Bounty Hunters. Now, here's what this is about. After joining forces with a veteran bounty hunter, 16-year-old fraternal twin sisters Sterling and Blair dive into the world of bail skipping baddies while still navigating the high stakes of teenage life. So they become bounty hunters, and top off, they also have to deal with teenage life as well, which I guess I could see a show like this, dealing with. It actually looks pretty funny. I mean, I did not know much about the show before, but then I saw then they dropped the trailer not so long ago, and this looks awesome. Looks funny, entertaining. The chemistry between the two girls looks pretty decent. You also got Kareem Harris in this. You've got Methmez in this. I think this looks really funny, so sign me up with this one. Alright. Also premiering on Friday, August 14th, we got this Apple Plus series titled Ted Lasso. Here's what this is about. Small-time football coach Ted Lasso is hired to coach a professional soccer team in England despite having no experience coaching soccer. Now, this stars Jason Sudeikis, who actually played the role once before. I like Sudeikis, so I'll give this a watch because he's in it. I do like me a good sports comedy. This could be something pretty interesting. Alright, coming to Netflix, we got this film titled Project Power, which is a film that stars Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And here's what this is about. When a pill that gives its users unpredictable superpowers for 5 minutes hits the streets of New Orleans, a teenage stealer and a local cop must team up with an ex-soldier to take down the group responsible for its creation. So, of course, Jamie Foxx is playing the ex-cop, while Jamie Foxx, while Joseph Gordon-Levitt is playing the soldier here. this looks awesome. Looks fun, entertaining. This has a bit of a Limitless and a Matrix vibe to it. Speaking of Catfish, this is from the same director as the Catfish documentary. So there's that. But I think this looks really awesome, so I'll definitely get this one watch on Netflix. Alright, coming to Disney Plus, we got this film titled Magic Camp, which follows Andy, who, at the urging of his former mentor and Magic Camp owner Roy Preston, returns as counselor to the camp of his youth, hoping to reignite his career. Now, this stars Adam Devine, who I'm guessing has a thing of playing characters named Andy, because he also played a character named Andy on Modern Family, so there's that. This was actually a film that was supposed to star Steve Martin years ago, but guess that got strapped. This was supposed to come to theaters at one point, but guess that didn't happen. So now, this is going to Disney Plus, which I guess I can see why. This literally sounds like something that could probably go to Disney Plus instead of theaters. Like, granted, I have not even seen a trailer or even seen a film yet. I mean, maybe when I see the film, I'll be like, okay, this should have been in theaters. But as of right now, this feels like something that could be just straight for Disney Plus. So, and you got Jeffrey Tambor on this, so that's always a given. I guess another reason, I'm not trying to star in the or anything, but I think another reason why they decided to delay this film a little longer is because the sexual accusations with Jeffrey Tambor and stuff like that. If you guys remember, he'd been accused, like, before he Tambor was like accused of sexual misconduct. Reason why he ended up getting fired off of Transparent. So I think that's one reason why they decided to delay this a little further. But I'm a little surprised they didn't just recast him. But anyway, premiering on August 16th is probably my anticipated show of the month, and it's a series titled Lovecraft Country. Now, here's what this is about. It follows Atticus Black as he joins up with his friend Letitia and his uncle Joy to embark on a road trip across 1950s Jim Crow America in search of his missing father. This begins a struggle to survive and overcome both racist terrors of white America and terrifying monsters that could be ripped apart from a Lovecraft paperback. So yeah, this deals with a few crazy stuff. It deals with racism, which lots of people are dealing with, which is a big topic nowadays. And it also deals, and it's also like a monster. Like, there's a couple monsters in this, and it looks awesome. This is also produced by Jordan Peele. J.J. Abrams is one of the producers on this. I've been seeing the trailers for this left to right, and it looks fun, entertaining. It looks like it's going to be very, lots of racism talk. But I think this looks like it'll be something pretty good. I mean, it has pretty good cast members. You got Jonathan Majors from, who was in that movie, Last Black Man in San Francisco. You also got Jurnee Smollett-Bell is in this. Micah K. Williams. Lovecraft Country is something I'm actually really interested about. I've been really digging these trailers, so I'll definitely give this one a watch when it premieres on HBO. Alright, on Thursday, August 20th, we got this Shudder film titled Random Acts of Violence, which is about a comic book writer who discovers horrific events that are related to the characters they created. So this features someone who ends up, this killer who ends up pretty much copying stuff that happens in this comic book writer's comic book. So this looks pretty interesting. I mean, it is directed by Jay Baruchel and stars Jay Baruchel, who is best known for his work in films like How to Train Your Dragon franchise. He was in Knocked Up, This Is the End. Jay Baruchel is an awesome dude. You also got Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy fame is in this. Jordana Brewster from the Texas Chainsaw, she was in the beginning, but she's also in the Fast and Furious franchise. She looks really good in this too. So I think this looks like something that could be very interesting. So I'll give this one to watch. Friday, August 21st, we got this Disney Plus film titled The One and Only Ivan, which is about a gorilla named Ivan who tries to place together his past with the help of an elephant named Stella as they hatch a plan to escape the captivity. Now, this like Magic Camp, this and Artemis Fowl, this was supposed to go to theater at one point, but the pandemic happened, and also they decided to just release it straight to Disney Plus. This looks amazing. It has a great voice cast. You got the likes of Sam Rockwell, who's voicing the Yotaro. You got Angelina Jolie. You got Shaka Khan is in this. You got Helen Mirren, Danny DeVito. Oh, Bryan Cranston's also in this, but he's a live action form. This looks terrific. It looks beautiful to watch. The animals all look great. I don't know if they're real animals or CGI. I gotta maybe double check, see if they're CGI or not. But this looks terrific, so I cannot wait to check this one out. Alright, coming to Amazon Prime, we got this film titled Chemical Hearts, which is the story of Henry Page, who's a teenage student who considers himself a hopeless romantic, but has never fallen in love. The young man aspires to be an editor of his high school newspaper and lives happily focused on his studies to enter a good university until Grace, played by Riverdale star Lily Reinhart, enters his class, and his new partner is not exactly the girl of his dreams. But little by little, he falls in love with her when the two children chooses to edit the Institute newspaper. So this also stars Austin Abrams, who's on the show Euphoria. Sorry about that. I gotta move back a little. Alright. Anyway, this looks really good. It is based on a YA novel. I like the cast list in this. I do like me a good YA romantic film, so this could be something pretty interesting. Alright. Also premiering on the 21st, we got this adult anime series titled Hoops, which features the voice of Jake Johnson from New Girl fame, and it centers on a hot-headed, foul-mouthed high school basketball coach who thinks turning around his god-awful team will take him to the big leagues. Now, they only released like a little, a little teaser for this, and that teaser cracked me up. I mean, when Jake Johnson's character is trying to shoot on the boy in the hoop, and he kept missing. I mean, how is that a coach? A basketball coach who's trying to teach a basketball high school team can't even get basketball in a hoop. Yeah, that's a great coach. I mean, it's gonna be like a football coach not being able to throw a football. Anywho, this actually feels like, I guess you could say this is like Bad Santa, but if he was a basketball coach instead of Santa Claus. This also has a bit of feel of Bad News Bears in a weird way, but with basketball instead of baseball. This thing looks funny. I cannot wait to see another trailer for this, because we're probably going to get like a new trailer from now until the series premieres, but this looks like it'd be something pretty funny, so I'll definitely give this one a shot. Alright, also premiering that day is probably one of the most anticipated for most people, and that is Season 5 of Lucifer. Now they're actually breaking this into 2 parts. The first half is premiering on the 21st. Then the second half will premiere sometime later this year or next year, I'm guessing, because parts of the second half they had to cut down, they had to shut down due to the pandemic. But anyway, I cannot wait to check this one out. I mean, you got Dennis Haysbert, playing the role of God. I would have preferred Morgan Freeman, but Haysbert is always awesome. The always darling Erin Cummings is supposed to be in this as well. She's always the best. I think Season 5 of Lucifer looks pretty cool. I mean, they did drop a couple of teasers from this, and I'm looking forward to check out another trailer. I mean, Lucifer, if you guys don't know, was a show that was on Fox at one point, but then they canceled it, so Netflix ended up picking it up, which I think is a great way to go, because they could, do more adult themes, like more provocative themes on Lucifer. But anyway, Season 5 I'm looking forward to check out. It's going to be interesting to see how they're, and of course Season 6 is coming as well. That is supposed to be the final season, so we'll see how they're going to wrap this whole series up. It should be interesting. Alright, Saturday, August 22nd. We already knew that this was going to be a thing, but there's a romantic limited series titled Love in Time of Corona. Here's what this is about. 4 interwoven stories about the research for love and connection during the time of quarantine. So these are about people who find love during who ends up having a romance during the pandemic that we're in, and since the corona and stuff like that, there's it's a bit hard to really shoot now because with the epidemic and everything. But most studios are having to find ways to actually use the epidemic in their whether it's a film, whether it's a show or anything. This looks pretty decent. I mean, you got Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton fame is in this. You got a few other folks in this series. This is a freeform series, so it's actually a limited series. It's not really going to have another season or anything, but anyway, this looks like it could be something pretty interesting, so I'll give this one to watch. Alright, Tuesday, August 25th, we got Season 2 of Trinkets. Now, this is a Netflix series about unexpected friendship that forms when 3 teen girls meet in a Shoplifters Anonymous. Now, the first season was pretty decent. Now we got the second season, which sadly is going to be the final season. But anyway, I'm looking forward to see how they're going to wrap this show up. I thought the first season was pretty decent. It starred the girl who played Negasonic Teenage Warhead in Deadpool. She was in this. Kiana Madera, I think she was on The Flash. She's on the show too. It's a pretty solid show, so I'm looking forward to check out where they're going to take Season 2 at. Alright. Premiering on Friday, August 28th, we got Disney Plus's Phineas and Ferb movie, Candace Against the Universe, which is, of course, based on the hit Disney Channel series, and it's about the famed stepbrothers, inventors who know what they're going to do today. They're going to end up rescuing their sister from an alien abduction. So their sister ends up getting abducted by aliens. I was never really the biggest Phineas and Ferb fan, to be honest. Yeah, I guess you could say this Phineas and Ferb is a bit like Rick and Morty for kids. I'm guessing that's how you could put it. But I'll check out the film. I mean, I saw the poster for it. It looks pretty clever, so I'll give this one a shot. Alright, coming to Hulu, we got this film titled The Binge, which is set in the world where all drugs and alcohol are legal, which I'm guessing that's such that. I mean, drugs or alcohol are legal now, but anyway. The only day anyone can participate in the fun is on Binge Day, which I'm guessing they have to binge, TV shows or whatnot. It stars Vince Vaughn, who I always like Vince Vaughn. You got a few other cast members in this. This sounds interesting. I mean, they haven't dropped the trailer yet, but Hulu has been pretty decent with their comedy films. Of course, we just had Palm Springs with Andy Samberg. That was pretty good. This could be interesting, so I'll give this one a watch. Alright. Premiering on Netflix that day, we got this film titled All Together Now, which is about an optimistic high schooler who, with musical inspirations, must learn to accept help from her friends to overcome her personal hardship and fulfill her dreams. It stars Moana star Aaliyah Cavallo, Judy Reyes from that show with Niecy Nash, Claus, she's in this. Justina Mikado, who nice to see she's having a nice relationship with Netflix because of One Day at a Time. Fred Armisen, you got Carol Burnett is in this. It's always a joy to see Carol Burnett pop on screen. This is also from director Brett Haley, who directed films like The Hero. He did that Nick Offerman film, Hearts Beat Loud. He just did a Netflix film, which was All the Bright Places with Elle Fanning. It was just announced that he's going to be directing a prequel to Grease, so that should be interesting. This looks pretty, this sounds interesting, so, I mean, I'll give this one a watch. I mean, Aaliyah Cavallo, it's nice to see her really breaking out, because, I have seen her pop, she was pretty good on that show Rise, but it's going to be interesting to see how good her career could do outside of voicing Moana, because I think she could be a really good actress down the line, so, I mean, with Moana, all we mostly heard was her voice, and that was, her first feature, so, I'm curious to see how good she'll be down the line, Last but not least, Sunday, August 30th, we got the MTV Video Music Awards, which, surprised enough, this is actually going to be live. with an audience. I mean, the Emmy Awards are not even going to be live without. So that's, I mean, Cuomo actually said that they're allowed to do it. So, I mean, what? This doesn't make sense. I mean, they're allowed to, do like a live, like a video music one, but movie theaters can't be open. That's okay. Well, we'll see how they'll do it, but I'm a little intrigued by it. So, I mean, the nominees was just us as well. So we'll see how. I'm a little surprised they're just going live instead of virtual, but we'll see how it is. Anyway, that's pretty much all. Rumor has that season 3 of Cobra Kai could possibly premiere in August as well, so we'll see if they actually fully premieres then. But anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these are you interested in, looking forward to? Like, a couple of TV premieres I'm looking forward to is obviously Lovecraft Country. I'm looking forward to check out The Fugitive, American Pickle, Teenage Bounty Hunter. I can't wait to check out. Some interesting stuff to keep your eye out for. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here's T Movies, signing off.